Farewell. What do you have on offer? What do you have on offer?
Welcome.
What have you got that...
You! Yes, you!
Oh, all right. Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't you hear me?
And here I thought we'd resolve this peacefully.
Stay! Dread this mutant!
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick? Where's he?
Same place as always. Vehicle butters.
See? Wasn't that easy?
Chance to surrender unorthodox books.
Great Erasmus
Close it,
Baker
close it.
Memorial Derby. Ride Ronald through.
Ow!
Any need? Welcome.
So long.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
What? So long.
Coming. Bye tomorrow.
Bye.
Any needs, master?
I wish my man was dead. considerable sum in the bed.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my...
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden up.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody.
De Louverton is not just anybody. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about?
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should...
Listen, all I really want are the placards.
Forgive me, I cannot. I hid them with...
And go fetch them yourself.
If I show my face there without coin, they'll beat...
Let me pay off your debt. No strings attached.
Thank you.
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time.
Fine.
Your harmony between Shocky and Steve. You'd think them of terrible.
Want a hug?
Crown in the evening. A performance by the illustrious
You're on
duo,
everyone's
Master
tongues,
Dandelion and Priscilla.
Start in G major and...
I told you, the piece is sad, melancholy. I don't want it to ruin it. We're starting it.
My. Nice work.
They've a long way to go yet.
Straighten that line. Hannah, lift your knees. Higher. There you go.
How are things, Doo-Doo?
So, I suppose. Might have been days in the past.
Doo-Doo, tell me.
Prefer the long...
Short, please.
the war.
I was under the impression...
Some do, but I've a serious personality flaw. I'm on it. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but when inflation hit and interest rates were up...
Gotta admit...
Don't remind me.
Come on.
You understand nothing. A doctor assumes more than a man's external appearance. I've learned what a scoundrel had knocking about in his head. Once I became him, not an hour passed before I felt the urge to break a sorceress's fingers. After two, I caught myself lusting to impale someone, and immediately after that, it hit me. The paranoid fear of a Doppler conspiracy.
Ever considered leave?
What for? To pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door. Not that the future's looking rosy.
But you don't have to be.
I've assumed many forms over the years, and it's...
Take...
Oh, those bigots.
Well, well.
No. No.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would...
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're apt. What about Rotlick?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on it.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret.
What about choreography?
We haven't, but Polly has. She's priceless. Premier will have the audience on their feet.
Guess everything's...
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about...
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and...
He's all right.
And...
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage...
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our...
You mean you...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to...
Of course she did. Probably just making herself court.
So it's true.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative?
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack?
Clearly not. It was the act of a
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again,
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be
I know perfectly well.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the...
By the main entrance, certainly not.
The sewers.
As often as required for,
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones.
We can discuss this on...
Mm-hmm. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even...
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastover. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Human. Wrong body type. Looks like necrophage has got to this one. Let's keep looking. That's gotta be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky.
Excellent.
Not a bit.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been...
See this?
Indeed. So thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling.
Let's examine the mouth.
Just like Priscilla's.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some...
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put...
So it seems. Looking at the wound...
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
See anything interesting on his...
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked some...
Doesn't strike me.
Apologies. We searched...
Look at his hands. These welts.
I'd expect so. No one could...
Speaking from...
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore... Let's examine his torso.
What have we here?
Let's examine the chest wound.
Wait a minute, there's something...
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises.
Open the abdomen.
Due warning, it will stick.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not...
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty.
Explains why there's no smell of decay. All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burn.
A fire,
It's a lead worth following.
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always...
A student. Lifelong.
Very well, speak. But be quick.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic...
You've not changed
a compliment?
No, a statement of fact.
Woodcarver's bot.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under...
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen...
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then... Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this?
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue.
Most are scoundrels before they...
True in his case as well. Before he donned the... Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations,
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped...
I know him, thus I avoid him.
I decide when...
An old story, but if you insist... The student protests in... What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, Al...
As do I. At the hospital.
And I'll keep my...
Fortunately, Nathaniel had few questions. Any more might have meant trouble. Serious trouble.
Help a poor bloke out.
Now you